This is a recast of the 7,400-word piece, Curriculum Learning, CL, from Schnappat AI. This article discusses the concept of curriculum learning, CL, and its application in both education and machine learning. It emphasizes the importance of sequencing and organizing instructional materials in a logical and progressive manner to promote deeper learning, interdisciplinary connections, and the development of skills necessary for success in academia and the professional world. CL has shown potential in improving the efficiency and effectiveness of machine learning models by progressively exposing them to easy-to-hard examples during training. However, designing effective curriculums and automating curriculum design remain challenges. The article also highlights the benefits, challenges, and successful examples of CL, as well as the need for integrating technology and innovative teaching methods into the curriculum. Let's listen in.
Today we're talking about curriculum learning, CL, a pedagogical approach that aims to improve the training of machine learning models. One of the main challenges in machine learning is catastrophic forgetting, which occurs when a model loses knowledge from previously learned tasks as it is trained on new tasks. CL seeks to address this issue by strategically ordering the presentation of training examples to the model.
That's right. CL emphasizes the sequencing and organization of instructional materials in a logical and progressive manner. It aims to ensure that the model acquires knowledge and skills in a systematic and coherent way, building upon previous learning experiences. By prioritizing more difficult or critical examples, CL helps the model to construct a solid foundation of knowledge and skills.
Absolutely. And CL is not just relevant in machine learning research, but also in education. It promotes deeper learning and understanding by encouraging students to actively engage in their own learning process. This means that they construct knowledge rather than passively receive information from teachers.
Exactly. CL also encourages interdisciplinary learning, recognizing that knowledge is interconnected and not isolated to a single discipline. By integrating different subject areas, students can see the real-world applications and implications of their learning, enhancing their critical thinking skills and problem-solving abilities.
And that's not all. CL also emphasizes the development of skills such as collaboration, communication, and creativity, which are vital in today's rapidly evolving job market. Employers are seeking graduates with a diverse range of skills, and CL helps students become adaptable and resilient individuals capable of navigating complex challenges.
That's right. CL offers a well-rounded educational experience that equips students with the necessary knowledge, skills, and mindset for success in both academia and the professional world.
Now let's dive into the concept of CL in machine learning. CL aims to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of deep learning models by progressively exposing them to easy-to-hard examples during training. By starting with simple examples and gradually increasing the difficulty level, the model can build a solid foundation before tackling more complex instances.
Exactly. This sequential learning process allows the model to form a hierarchical organization of knowledge, where simpler concepts serve as building blocks for more advanced ones. And the results have shown that models trained with a curriculum outperform those trained without one, achieving higher accuracy and learning rates.
However, designing an effective curriculum is not an easy task. It requires domain knowledge and careful engineering. That's why ongoing research is exploring different curriculum strategies and ways to automate curriculum design.
That's true. Another key concept of CL is the utilization of diverse training data. Traditional deep learning approaches train the model on a fixed data set, which may not provide enough variability in the samples to fully capture the underlying patterns. But CL addresses this limitation by gradually increasing the complexity of the training data, allowing the model to learn more effectively and generalize better.
That's where the concept of scaffolding in education comes in. Just like learners are supported and guided through tasks of increasing difficulty, CL supports the model by introducing it to a wide range of samples in a progressive manner. This enables the model to acquire a more comprehensive understanding of the underlying task.
And this comprehensive understanding leads to improved performance and adaptability. CL has been successfully applied in various domains, including computer vision, natural language processing, and reinforcement learning.
Absolutely. CL has shown great potential in improving the training of machine learning, models, and addressing the issue of catastrophic forgetting. However, there are still challenges to overcome, such as designing effective curriculums and automating curriculum design.
That's right, but with ongoing research and exploration of different curriculum strategies, we can expect further advancements in CL and its application in machine learning.
Definitely. To understand the significance of curriculum learning, CL, it's important to look at its historical background and development. Scholars like John Dewey and Maria Montessori advocated for a student-centered approach to education in the 19th century, emphasizing experiential learning and critical thinking skills. This laid the foundation for CL, which emerged in the late 20th century. Researchers like John Biggs and John Collins introduced constructive alignment, aligning teaching strategies, learning activities, and assessment methods. Constructivist theories of learning in the 1990s further emphasized active engagement with the curriculum. With technology advancements, CL has incorporated online platforms, adaptive learning systems, and personalized experiences, shifting from teacher-centered to student-centered approaches.
That's right. Understanding the principles and goals of CL is crucial in grasping its significance in education. CL aims to facilitate knowledge acquisition and retention through gradual and structured learning. It recognizes that learning is an ongoing process where students build upon previously acquired knowledge. By systematically revisiting learned material, CL enhances long-term memory and comprehension. It also promotes critical thinking and problem-solving skills by connecting different concepts and applying them in various scenarios. Ultimately, the goal is to foster a deep understanding of the subject matter and go beyond memorization.
Absolutely. When comparing CL with traditional learning approaches, we can see that CL offers several advantages. Firstly, it allows learners to engage in active and hands-on experiences, promoting a deeper understanding of the subject matter. Traditional approaches often rely on passive methods like lectures and memorization, which hinder critical thinking skills. Secondly, CL encourages independent inquiry and self-directed learning, fostering autonomy and ownership in the process. Traditional approaches are usually more instructor-centered, limiting students' exploration of interests and creativity in applying concepts. Lastly, CL embraces constructivism, emphasizing meaningful and contextualized learning experiences, unlike traditional approaches that focus on knowledge transmission without real-life relevance.
That's a great comparison. Now let's shift our focus to CL's application in machine learning. It has proven to be beneficial in various tasks like natural language processing and computer vision. The fundamental idea behind CL is that the order in which examples are presented significantly impacts the learner's ability to acquire knowledge. Traditional machine learning often uses random or fixed orders, but CL proposes a more effective alternative. By gradually introducing examples of increasing difficulty, CL ensures a smooth progression in learning. This helps models build a strong foundation of simpler concepts before tackling complex ones. Additionally, CL leverages transfer learning, continuously integrating valuable knowledge from earlier stages into subsequent ones, leading to improved performance.
Absolutely. Research has shown that CL outperforms other learning strategies, not only in terms of final accuracy, but also in learning speed. Its systematic structure enhances machine learning algorithms and advances the field as a whole. However, there are still challenges to overcome in designing effective curriculums and automating curriculum design.
That's true, but with ongoing research and exploration of different curriculum strategies, we can expect further advancements in CL and its application in machine learning.
Definitely. In conclusion, CL offers numerous benefits for students. Firstly, it fosters a deep understanding of the subject matter by gradually increasing task complexity and building upon prior knowledge. This allows students to develop strong conceptual frameworks and apply their knowledge in real-world situations. Secondly, CL enhances memory retention by repeating and reinforcing key concepts, particularly important in cumulative fields like mathematics and science. Thirdly, it promotes critical thinking skills by presenting increasingly challenging problems that require analysis, evaluation, and problem solving. And lastly, CL encourages self-directed learning and self-regulation, empowering students to take ownership of their education and become lifelong learners.
Absolutely. Through these various benefits, curriculum learning empowers students with the tools and skills necessary for success, both inside and outside the classroom.
That's right. CL promotes enhanced student engagement and motivation. By actively participating in the learning process, students develop a sense of ownership and responsibility towards their education. They set goals, seek out information, and become more invested in the material being taught. This active involvement ignites their curiosity and motivation. Additionally, CL allows students to connect their learning to real-life experiences and challenges, making the content more relevant and meaningful. This relevance increases their intrinsic motivation as they can see the practical applicability of their knowledge.
Absolutely. And not only does CL enhance motivation, but it also develops critical thinking and problem-solving skills. By engaging in interdisciplinary and real-world projects, students are encouraged to think deeply and critically about complex issues and seek innovative solutions. This process helps them analyze, evaluate, and apply knowledge effectively. It also cultivates their capacity to identify problems, think creatively, and propose well-reasoned solutions. And the collaborative nature of CL promotes teamwork and effective communication skills, which are essential for success in the job market.
Right. And long-term retention and application of knowledge are crucial aspects of successful education. CL leverages cumulative learning by continuously reviewing and consolidating previously learned knowledge as students progress through a curriculum. This repetition and deep understanding build a strong foundation upon which new knowledge can be built. Additionally, CL promotes the practice of skills over an extended period, allowing students ample time to refine their abilities and apply them in various real-world contexts. By incorporating regular assessments and reinforcement activities, CL provides opportunities for students to continually revisit and reapply what they have learned, promoting long-term retention and mastery.
Absolutely. And it's important to note that CL is not just theoretical. It has been proven effective in various domains such as computer vision, reinforcement learning, and natural language processing. The structured and organized approach of CL enhances knowledge acquisition and transferability. It also addresses the issue of catastrophic forgetting, where previous knowledge is overwritten by new information. By revisiting earlier concepts in the curriculum, learners can consolidate their learning and reinforce their understanding.
That's a great point. Now let's talk about some strategies for implementing curriculum learning. One strategy is through the use of scaffolding techniques. Scaffolding refers to the support that teachers provide to students as they navigate through the curriculum. This can be done through clear instructions, breaking down complex tasks into smaller steps, offering prompts and guidance, and providing feedback on students' progress. Scaffolding helps students build on their prior knowledge and skills, gradually helping them reach higher levels of understanding and competency.
Absolutely. Another strategy for implementing CL is through the use of authentic assessments. Authentic assessments involve the application of knowledge and skills in real-world contexts, as opposed to traditional standardized tests. This encourages students to think critically and apply their learning in meaningful ways, enhancing their understanding and retention of the curriculum. By incorporating these strategies, educators can effectively implement CL and promote deep, meaningful learning among students.
That's right. The implementation of curriculum learning requires intentional planning and design, but the benefits for students are well worth it. By fostering engagement, promoting critical thinking, and ensuring long-term retention and application of knowledge, CL equips students with the necessary tools to succeed in the 21st century.
Absolutely. It's all about empowering students to become active and engaged global citizens who can think critically, adapt to new situations, and solve problems creatively and efficiently.
And one of the key components of a successful curriculum is coherence. This means that the content, skills, and assessments within the curriculum are carefully selected and organized in a logical progression. This allows students to build upon their existing knowledge and make connections between different concepts.
Exactly. A coherent curriculum eliminates redundancies and unnecessary repetition, optimizing instructional time. It also provides teachers with a clear roadmap for planning and implementing their lessons effectively. By ensuring that there is a logical progression from one concept to another, students can develop a well-rounded understanding of the subject.
And another important aspect of CL is the integration of interdisciplinary connections in real-world applications. This approach recognizes that knowledge and skills are not isolated within individual subjects, but can be synthesized and applied across disciplines to address real-world challenges.
Right. By creating opportunities for students to make connections between different subjects, educators can foster a more holistic understanding of concepts and encourage critical thinking skills. For example, a math lesson on statistics can be integrated with a history lesson on population growth to explore the impact of demographic changes on communities.
Additionally, CL encourages educators to incorporate real-world applications into their teaching strategies. By using authentic problems and contexts, students are given the opportunity to apply their knowledge in meaningful ways, enhancing their understanding and motivation.
Absolutely. This approach ensures that students are not just learning content for content's sake, but are actively engaged in problem-solving and critical thinking, preparing them for success in the real world.
Now let's talk about the importance of integrating technology and innovative teaching methods into the curriculum. In today's digital age, technology is deeply embedded in various aspects of our lives, and it is essential for educators to incorporate it into the teaching and learning process.
Integrating technology allows students to develop critical thinking and problem-solving skills, as well as a deeper understanding of complex concepts. It also enables personalized and interactive learning experiences, as students can engage with the content in different ways and at their own pace.
And let's not forget about the benefits of collaboration and communication among students. Technology allows students to connect and interact with peers from different locations, fostering a sense of global citizenship and teamwork.
Absolutely, and innovative teaching methods like blended learning, flipped classrooms, and gamification can further enhance student engagement and motivation. These methods create a more dynamic and interactive learning environment that caters to different learning styles.
Now, let's shift gears a bit and talk about how CL can be applied to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of training deep neural networks.
That's right. CL introduces a curriculum, or a sequence of training examples, to gradually increase the complexity of the tasks presented to the model. By starting with simpler tasks and gradually progressing to more difficult ones, CL allows the model to build upon its existing knowledge and learn in a more robust and stable manner.
This approach is inspired by the way humans learn, where we start with basic concepts before moving on to more complex topics. Various studies have shown the effectiveness of CL in different domains, including computer vision, natural language processing, and robotics.
However, designing an appropriate curriculum for deep neural networks remains a challenge. It requires careful consideration of the task difficulty and the model's capabilities. But overall, CL offers promising directions for improving the learning capabilities of deep neural networks.
Now we've discussed the benefits of CL, but it's important to acknowledge the challenges and constraints in implementing it in educational systems.
That's true. The design and development of a CL framework require expertise in curriculum development and pedagogical approaches, which may not be readily available in all schools or institutions.
And there could be resistance from educators who are accustomed to traditional teaching methods and may be hesitant to adopt a new approach.
Absolutely. Implementing CL may also require significant time and effort to ensure effective sequencing of topics and alignment with existing curricula, which could create logistical challenges for schools with limited resources and time constraints.
And assessing the effectiveness of CL can be complex, as traditional assessment methods may not be suitable for measuring the holistic learning outcomes associated with CL.
Lastly, continuous professional development for educators is necessary to understand and effectively implement CL, which adds another challenge in terms of training and resource allocation.
Overcoming these challenges and constraints is crucial for successful implementation of CL and reaping its benefits in promoting deep learning and student engagement. One of the main challenges discussed in the article is the resistance from students and teachers who are accustomed to traditional learning methods. This can make it difficult to implement curriculum learning, CL, effectively. Students may resist CL because it requires a higher level of responsibility and self-direction compared to traditional learning. They may be used to relying on teachers for instructions and guidance, and may struggle with the increased autonomy and independence that CL requires.
Absolutely, Paul. And it's not just the students who may resist CL, but also the teachers. Teachers who have been using traditional teaching methods for years may resist CL due to a fear of change or a perceived loss of control over the learning process. They may also lack the necessary training and resources to effectively implement CL in their classrooms.
That's true, Ben. Overcoming this resistance requires providing support and professional development opportunities for teachers. They need to be given the necessary training and resources to understand and effectively implement CL. Additionally, gradually introducing CL to students and helping them understand its benefits and relevance to their education can help overcome their resistance.
Another challenge discussed in the article is the limited time and resources for curriculum development and implementation. Developing a curriculum requires extensive research, planning, and collaboration among educators, administrators, and stakeholders. However, due to competing priorities and financial constraints, colleges and universities may struggle to allocate sufficient time and resources for curriculum development and implementation.
Absolutely. This can result in compromised curriculum quality, outdated content, and ineffective teaching methods. Limited resources may also impede the ability to introduce innovative teaching and learning practices, integrate technology, and adapt to the changing needs of students and the job market. It is crucial for educational institutions to recognize the importance of investing in curriculum development and implementation to achieve quality education and better prepare students for future challenges.
Addressing the needs of diverse learners and varying learning abilities is another important aspect of designing an effective curriculum. Every student has unique learning preferences, strengths, and weaknesses, and it is crucial for educators to recognize and accommodate these differences. Differentiated instruction strategies can be employed to ensure that all students are engaged and challenged in their learning experiences.
That's right, Ben. Differentiated instruction involves tailoring teaching methods, materials, and activities to meet the individual needs of students. For example, auditory learners may benefit from listening to lectures or discussions, while visual learners may excel with visual aids or diagrams. Additionally, students with special needs or disabilities require additional support and accommodations to access the curriculum.
Absolutely, Paul. Collaboration with special education professionals and the use of assistive technologies can help provide necessary adaptations for students with special needs. By addressing the diverse needs of learners and adjusting instruction accordingly, educators can foster an inclusive and conducive learning environment that enhances students' learning experiences and promotes their overall academic success.
Moving on, the article also highlights the successful examples and case studies of curriculum learning, CL, in various domains. In the field of natural language processing, CL has been used to train models capable of generating more coherent and fluent text. By gradually increasing the complexity of the tasks, starting from simple tasks like predicting the next word in a sentence and moving to more complex tasks like language translation, the resulting models show significant improvements in their overall performance.
Absolutely, Paul. And in the domain of computer vision, CL has been used to train models for object recognition and scene understanding. By progressively increasing the complexity of the tasks, starting from simple object classification and leading to more challenging tasks like object detection or image captioning, the models achieve state-of-the-art results.
These successful case studies demonstrate the effectiveness of the CL approach in enhancing the learning process and reinforcing the acquired knowledge for improved performance. It shows how implementing CL can lead to significant improvements in various domains, such as natural language processing and computer vision.
And that wraps up our discussion on the main points of the article. We talked about the resistance from students and teachers accustomed to traditional learning methods, the limited time and resources for curriculum development and implementation, and the importance of addressing the needs of diverse learners and varying learning abilities. We also discussed successful examples and case studies of curriculum learning in different domains.
Absolutely, and it's important to note that these case studies not only highlight the benefits of CL, such as increased student engagement and motivation, but also acknowledge the challenges associated with its implementation, such as finding a balance between content coverage and individual interests.
That's right. One of the challenges mentioned is the concern about the length of time required for students to master certain concepts and skills. This can potentially affect the pacing of the curriculum. However, despite these challenges, the positive outcomes reported by schools and institutions encourage further exploration and adaptation of CL approaches in education settings.
And when it comes to research on the effectiveness of CL in different contexts, there have been some interesting findings. For example, a study conducted in a high school mathematics classroom found that students who experienced CL demonstrated higher levels of engagement, critical thinking, and overall academic achievement.
That's a great point. and another study examined the outcomes of CL in college-level science courses and discovered that students exposed to CL exhibited improved problem-solving skills and a deeper conceptual understanding of the subject matter. However, it's important to recognize that not all contexts may yield positive results. For instance, CL was found to be less effective in low-income schools, potentially due to inadequate resources or support systems.
Absolutely, context matters, and sharing anecdotes and success stories from teachers and students is another crucial aspect of CL. By providing real-life examples, educators can make the learning process more relatable and show the practical application of what students are learning.
That's right. When teachers share their struggles and triumphs, it gives students insight into the challenges they may face and strategies they can adopt to overcome them. And hearing success stories from fellow students can be incredibly motivating and inspiring.
Definitely. These anecdotes and success stories help create a positive and supportive learning environment that encourages students to persevere and push their boundaries. They also illustrate the effectiveness of the CL approach, reinforcing the value of experiential and collaborative learning.
And let's not forget about the limitations of CL. Overfitting is one potential limitation where learners become too specialized and struggle with generalization and performance on new examples. To address this, researchers have proposed modifications to the CL framework, such as introducing regularization techniques like dropout and periodically incorporating difficult or diverse examples into the curriculum.
That's a great point. And along with those modifications, researchers have also explored the use of adaptive curricula that dynamically adjust based on the learner's progress. The goal is to strike a balance between exposure to challenging examples and preventing overfitting. However, finding that balance remains a challenge, and more research is needed.
Absolutely. Lastly, the article discusses future directions and recommendations for CL. It suggests extending the investigation of CL to different domains and subjects, not limited to computer vision or natural language processing. This expansion will allow for a better understanding of CL's efficacy and potential applications in various fields.
And it's important to focus on developing more sophisticated algorithms and models that can optimize the process of curriculum generation and adaptation. Building robust and comprehensive knowledge databases can aid in the curriculum design process, as CL heavily relies on domain knowledge.
Collaboration among educators, researchers, and policymakers is also crucial for the successful integration of CL into educational institutions. And having a clear framework and guidelines for implementing CL can support teachers in incorporating this approach effectively.
Definitely. By addressing these future directions and recommendations, CL can foster more efficient and adaptive learning environments. And that wraps up our discussion on the main points of the article.
Thanks for joining us today. Stay tuned for more insightful discussions on education and learning strategies.